Hey guys, so I figure I'll give you one quick tip. I don't know how quick it's gonna be with my rambling, but one quick Kydex tip. Now, one thing what I notice on many people, and also I gotta say I did the same exact thing when, back when I started with Kydex. It's kind of something what I guess it's natural to do, but it's kind of a mistake. So what you notice, I'm gonna show it on this finished sheet. What you notice a lot of people do when they start setting up the rivets, the first rivets, a lot of people try to put them, kind of because it looks good and it looks like it should be there, right where the handle ends, so handle ends here. So a lot of people would set their first rivet, here and here. Now there is a mistake, because first the point of the rivets is not just hold the thing together. The point of the rivets is to, be able to mount the mounting options on the sheet. So now imagine if you have that hole, the first hole here and here, you cannot fit it there because the handle is already in the way. It takes, see the space between where the first hole is and the top of the tech lock, and it comes, along with a lot of other mounting options too. It's the same exact problem with a lot of them. You want to be able to clear the handle. The beginning of the handle has to clear the thing. So this would be the most common carry for a knife when you would put the tech lock this way, so you have it, vertically on your hand, on your waist like that. Now also don't forget even the little rubber spacer. It spaces the tech lock. Once you tighten it down only very little bit, you have very small little gap between the sheet and the Kydex. So what I do always, every single time, from a while back when I realized that when I mold the sheet and everything, I put the tech lock flat on the Kydex and press it all the way up as it starts, riding upwards to the top of the handle. So that's my place, that's my location where I'm gonna mark the first rivets, and then from there I just go with the ruler. If you notice, normally I try to copy the blade shape. I just think it's nice. I don't do the square sheets and everything. I just think it looks better. Some people like it square because there's one argument that it's gonna sit straighter and better, more it will stabilize better in the pocket. I kind of don't like it. I think if you have a sheet like this, it's gonna be just as well staying in the pocket like the other one. But I can understand it. It kind of makes sense. But I don't think it's such a deal. I would take the overall look and the look like this better over that one little thing, because I don't actually carry, like a knife like this in the pocket, like that. I would actually put some kind of like that pocket clip like this to help it stabilize, or on the belt, which is actually my most favorite, and actually horizontally, either on the lower back or front, like 11 o'clock. So what I do is put it there. And another little trick, which actually not so long ago, for some reason I had the marker before, I think I used it, but I think I had the bad one, so it didn't really work. And I gotta be honest, actually Jeff Tough Thumbs reminded this, because he's using this also, I think, for some other stuff. But these metallic markers, just recently I picked up the new ones because I used up the old one. I paid, I think, like $5 for 3 of these, so it's nothing expensive really. It's not much more money just than a regular Sharpie. So these are the metallic ones. They sell them in sets: silver, gold, bronze. All of these metallic will show really nicely on all different colors of Kydex. Yeah, before, when I was using, all different markers on the black stuff, you really have to, look at the light to even see that mark. With this, it's like perfect. You see the dot when you grab a piece of black Kydex. So, you clearly see that dot. Really very good visual reference to where it is. So that's another little trick. So just figure I'll give you those two quick tricks. It's, at this point for me, and I guess to many other people, it's very obvious, but I'm sure that it will help some people, So that, I also, if you notice, I don't do the spacing only 1.5 inch. I do at least the first 3, it's 3/4 of an inch each, which is the most universal. 3/4 and 1.5 inch is the most universal one. There's only very few Kydex sheets attachments that use 1 inch spacing. Vast majority of the belt or attachment systems use this kind of setup. 1.5 inch spread or 3/4 of an inch spread is the most common. That's why you see me do the 1.5 inch, the most common. So some people also use the kind of like a Chicago screws, so you can take the sheet apart. I think it's a great idea, but I don't know, it's too much hassle. You lose a lot of mounting options, because imagine that some of these would have to be Chicago screws now, you know, so you wouldn't have the holes, mounting holes. So it has advantages and disadvantages, I think. I think I will try it sometimes. I just don't have such a narrow, you know, short Chicago screws, but I think I want to try it sometimes. I definitely think it's pretty good. I want to see what I can come up with if I would combine, you know, my hole spacing and the Chicago screw setup and stuff like that. So we'll see. So guys, hope you enjoyed it, hope you found it helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.